Jordan.
Iain!
Who went to the post office to simply send a birthday card to their gran, but on their way out, fell into the package sorting machine. And long story short, they're frantically trying to learn Spanish because that's where they're headed in a box, flying Royal Mail first class.
Jessica Alba?
No. Two guys. What? Hello and welcome to episode 174 of Two Guys What's Up, the award-winning weekly comedy podcast where I couldn't be posted anywhere because the weight cost would be astronomical. But one guy who can simply afford a plane ticket is this guy. It's Jordan. Jordan, why don't you tell us what delicious material you're going to be delivering to us today?
Oh, today for you, I have a kind of a funny one, and I'm going to need your help, Iain.
Uh-oh.
It is the weirdest Vinted screenshot negotiations.
Okay, I don't know what that means, but it sounds good.
Okay, have you never heard of Vinted?
Oh, Vinted. Sorry, I thought you said vintage.
The selling platform.
Okay, that makes more sense then. Got it, yeah. Yeah, man, I'm on board now.
Cool, nice. So that's what I will be going into. What do you have?
Well, Jordan, today we're talking about the Tunguska event. Already, it's one of Earth's maddest true experiences, a colossal explosion over Siberia that flattened trees and left no crater behind. But what makes it even stranger is that among the theories, weird or otherwise, some people believe that the blast wasn't caused by something hitting Earth, but from Earth firing back.
It's retaliating.
Earth is getting angry. He's like, fuck off!
Yeah, God, interesting, okay.
First you take my dinosaurs from me, and now you're trying to take my little Earth humans. Piss off!
I don't think Earth would refer to them as Earth humans.
Yeah, you know, he likes to name us after himself. It's like, fuck off, space. Stop killing my pets. God.
Right, fair enough. Yeah. Deal, cool, I'm down.
Nice. But Jordan, if people like what they hear today, where can they find more?
I'm not really sure.
Huh?
I mean, I'm just guessing, but we probably would have a Patreon somewhere.
If we were a well-established enough business to think that far ahead, yes.
Yeah. And if we had a Patreon, we'd have, I don't know, probably 34 bonus episodes thereabouts.
Yeah.
And we'd also probably sell branded T-shirts and Aliens Are Wankers mugs, fun stuff like that. And if that were true, Iain, then I would imagine it would just start from £3 a month. You know, about $5, something like that.
Yeah, probably like that, yeah.
And we'd probably have the link for that in the description. But I'm just guessing.
Yeah, I mean, we're not business-minded enough to put that sort of shit together, are we?
Oh, wait, we are. Wait, we do have a Patreon.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's been set up a while, so I forgot about that.
Who's done this?
Oh, I know.
Is that you?
Oh, thanks, Paul.
It was me.
Oh, thanks, James.
Oh, Jersey, it's a good guy.
He's actually just started his own, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. We should totally link that. If you like the 14 News podcast and you want to get some more, he's now started a Patreon where I think he uploads weekly episodes of the files that are maybe a bit too weird to put in the main feed.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but extra 14 News podcast, a little bit of extra a month, it's a good deal.
Excellent, yeah. I like that we're really pushing his rather than ours.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best.
Maybe,
the best ad we've ever done for a Patreon, and it wasn't even for ours.
Never mind.
Never mind at all. But before we jump into the good stuff, Jordan, how are you? How are you doing? You all right?
Are you okay, is the question.
I don't know. I mean, that came out a little bit weird.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. We'll brush over it. It's fine. We don't need to linger on that. I'm okay. I'm good. Thank you.
Good.
I want to share with the audience listening something that I shared with you, and I don't think it's very common knowledge for iPhone users, possibly even for Android.
I thought you were putting the nudes out.
No, that's another Patreon tier, maybe, in an alternate universe.
Yeah.
It's something that I recently learned, and it's been a thing for a while, so I don't know, I'm just throwing this out there for people. Let's say that you want to dial a number, and it has extensions. So, I don't know, let's say you're ringing the doctor's surgery, you're already feeling a bit rubbish, I guess, at that point, and they're like,
"Thank you for calling the home of the sick.
or whatever.
Press 1 if you need to speak to Mama. Press 2 if you need to speak to Mama."
And so on. And then pressing it leads you to another set of questions, and then it takes like 3 minutes to even begin speaking to somebody.
Yeah.
So, let's say that you know all of that, and you know, oh, I need to press extension 2 and then extension 1, and then I know that's where I'll need to be. So, when you dial the number, just hold the asterisk and a little comma appears in the dial box at the top. You then just press the extension number that you want to go through. So if you want to go to extension 2, press number 2. Then if you have another extension following that, hold the asterisk again. There's another comma and press whatever number you want. And then you call it and it will just auto dial and press in the extensions for you at the immediate time that it allows it to happen.
Nice. Fantastic knowledge.
So you don't have to sit there, for literally sometimes it is minutes and minutes.
Yeah.
So there you go. I thought that was a useful little thing for people.
Yeah, prank calling has never been easier now.
It's true. Although I must say, I did once do that and the extensions had changed.
Oh.
So that wasn't great.
Who did you get through to in the end?
The FBI headquarters or something.
Hello there.
I was only trying to call my dentist.
South Canadian Blue Tack Factory, how can I help?
It was great though. They fulfilled all my Canadian blue tack needs.
Yeah, which you do have a lot of.
I do now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Once you've ordered all the blue tack, you got to do something with it, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's great actually for cleaning out the port in your phone.
Hey, you're just full of good advice today.
What can I say? I mean, it'll run out very soon, but there you go.
Yeah, let's quit while we're ahead.
Anyway, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Just living life. I'm awake. I've sorted my mic out now, so I sit with my legs up on my bed and I am staring out at the lovely sunny weather and I'm enjoying myself.
Oh, nice.
I'm happy. I'm not cramped in the corner anymore.
Right, okay.
Like a little fucking goblin.
Just don't be falling asleep.
Ooh, sorry, no promises on that.
I'll just play a white noise to you.
No, don't, because that's going to make me fall asleep.
Maybe. It's like, weird little crispy ASMR.
Yeah, well, on your head be it.
Okay.
So, Jordan, with all that out the way, do you want to jump into the good stuff?
Yeah, why not?
Well, let's fucking go then, pal. Right, Jordan, picture this. It's the early morning of June 30th, 1908, and we're deep in the Siberian taiga. An empty place, so ridiculously remote that you could walk for days and not even see a single McDonald's.
What?
Yeah, which are notoriously close together. It's a land of endless swamps, black pine forests, and eerie stretches of silence where you could scream for help if you wanted, but the only thing that would hear you would be a moose, who was also lost.
Oh, also looking for McDonald's?
Probably, yeah. He just came out for a double cheese and he's like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah. I thought I'd never hear that in my life.
Ian's moose impression is top tier. But on this day, Jordan, at about 7:14 a.m., without warning, the sky explodes. Not metaphorically, not there was a little bit of a loud bang. I mean, the heavens tore open with a blinding fireball brighter than the sun that was already sitting in the morning sky. And then came the blast. And what followed flattened millions of trees, was felt hundreds of miles away, and left behind one of the strangest mysteries of the modern age.
Okay.
And now, Jordan, when I say there is a blast, don't think I'm overstating it. This was the largest explosion in the recorded history of the human species, ripping open the atmosphere over the Podkamanaya Tunguska River and turning this quiet, otherwise normal morning into something that sounded like the world itself was ending.
Wow, okay. And this is around about 100 years ago, so this is relatively recent in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, and this isn't the paranormal bit. This is just the fucking mental bit.
Right, okay. You're setting the scene for crazy.
Oh yeah, but it gets mad. This episode just ramps up.
Okay.
Mental to mad to crazy to I need a straitjacket.
Oh, right. I've got one for you if you want it.
That would be nice. I've been asking you to use that for years. You said, I'm saving it for a special occasion. Well, this is it, Jordan.
Okay, deal.
Strap in.
I'll call you Houdini.
So the shockwave from this explosion was so strong that people 40 miles away were literally knocked off their feet. Windows shattered, and a guy named S. Semerov, who was sitting on his porch having what I assume was the least relaxing morning coffee in history, reported seeing the sky split in two and fire covering the whole sky. And he said he felt heat so intense on his face that he honestly thought his shirt had ignited.
Wow. So it didn't ignite?
No, he's fine in the end.
All right. Hypochondriac.
Yeah. Really, all it did was reheat his coffee, and he's like, fucking sweet.
Maybe you'd be really pissed off because you typically don't want to overheat your coffee.
That is true.
You know, it should be, they say about 80 degrees, don't they, instead of a 100-degree boil. That probably just tipped it over the edge. He was pissed off.
Well, the most annoying thing is actually he was the first person in history to invent an iced coffee.
Yeah.
So he walked outside, with a nice vanilla iced mocha, and he was like, fucking sweet, mate. Can't wait to drink. And then this fucking explosion. He was like, shit. My coffee, she warm.
It melts the plastic.
He's not worried about the third-degree burns. He's just worried about his warm coffee.
Oh, poor guy.
So over the tree line, something had detonated in midair with a force equivalent to 10 to 15 megatons of TNT.
That's huge.
Yeah, for context, Hiroshima was 15 kilotons. So this thing was 1,000 times that and flattened an estimated 80 million trees across 2,000 square kilometers, all radiating outward like a giant invisible force had hit the earth and sent the trees cascading like dominoes.
Okay. You can't even envision that, can you?
God, no. So, Jordan, if I haven't emphasised the massiveness of this event just yet, wait till you hear this. Because the weirdness didn't stay in Siberia. In the hours and days after the blast, strange atmospheric effects were reported thousands of miles away across parts of Europe and as far as Britain. People described bizarrely bright night skies to the point that newspapers could be read outdoors after midnight, and astronomers described the atmosphere as filled with an unusual silvery glow. There are contemporary reports of strange pink sunsets, glowing clouds, and an unexplainable atmospheric luminescence that hung around for weeks. And barometers detected pressure waves passing multiple times around the planet as the shockwave circled the Earth.
Wow.
But Jordan, this was 1908. So picture some Victorian lad in Sussex emerging from the pub and the sky absolutely glowing for no reason, thinking to himself, how long was I in there for? I'm late for work. And then the whispers began. Locals, called the Evenki people, said that before the blast, they'd seen a fiery object in the sky and heard sounds like the wings of a great bird. Some believed the sky gods were fighting, and some said the ground trembled as though something enormous passed overhead. One hunter was apparently next to the blast when it happened and got thrown into the air by the shockwave, and while the other guy, who with his coffee, his clothes were fine in the end, this guy woke up stripped of his clothes miles from where he'd been standing.
Okay, and he didn't even get a lovely iced coffee.
He didn't know. He's finally found the only McDonald's in the Siberian taiga, right? And he's like, fucking yes. And all of a sudden, kabloom over his head, and he's like, gone.
I'd like to think that was his actual reaction. I like to think you were playing an actual recording.
Yep, that was the only recording from the event.
Just AI cleaned up, all that background rumble.
Thank God for AI, eh?
That's what he was doing, his vlogging.
So here I am. I'm out in Siberia. It's 1908.
And I'm hungry.
And I'm fucking hungry. Oh, wow, McDonald's.
Poor bugger.
Poor guy. And just to make things even stranger, because it wouldn't be an Iain segment without aliens, locals describe seeing glowing cylindrical objects in the sky before the explosion. Not a ball or a chunk of space rock tumbling end over end, but luminous shapes described as tube-like or elongated, streaking across the morning sky.
Right.
Uh-oh. And if all that wasn't unsettling enough, decades later, researchers found tiny microscopic balls in the soil, like glassy beads, that had uncommon isotopic ratios.
What does that mean?
It means that these glassy balls that were found in the soil seems like they might not have originated on Earth.
Right, okay, that's interesting.
So let me recap before we get to the real mental bit. A giant explosion, 80 million trees flattened in a perfect radial pattern, global glowing night skies, a shockwave recorded around the entire Earth, no witnesses up close to give a detailed account, and then this. Because for such a massive explosion, there was no impact crater, no smoking hole in the ground, no meteor chunk, just trees laying down like they'd simultaneously given up.
Okay, maybe they were just taking part in a really big, wide Mexican wave.
Maybe it was like one of those flash mobs where they all start dancing and they were all just knackered after it, so they all just fell.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
You know what I'm wondering, though?
What's that?
Would this kill off the trees, do you think?
Oh yeah, they're fucked, bro.
Okay, so that must do kind of horrible things to the atmosphere and your oxygen levels. Because obviously trees give off quite a large amount of oxygen for us, and they take in CO2 that we breathe out. So therefore, if 80 million trees are gone in an instant, that's not good.
I think that would be a small percentage in the grand scheme of the amount of trees. And it's not like regional, so Britain's trees only provide oxygen for Britain.
No, of course.
It might have changed it by like a minuscule percentage, I'd say.
Imagine though, you were right in the centre of it and you're like...
I think if you were in the centre of it, you'd be like...
Maybe, yeah.
But Jordan, because this is Siberia and nobody lives there, and the Tsarist government had other things on their plate, like pre-revolution, plague, starvation, and the fact that Russia at the time was basically held together with string, no one bothered investigating it for almost 20 years.
Right, okay. That's a long time.
It is a very long time to just leave a mystery, because, evidence is getting covered up, trails are going cold, you need to get up there.
Yeah. Good, though. Trails are going cold for the guy that likes his iced coffee.
Very good point, yeah. S. Savarov, I think his name was. The inventor of Costa.
It's not true.
Not true at all. So, in fact, Jordan, the actual first scientific exploration didn't turn up until 1927, 19 years later, led by Leonid Kulik, who hiked into the middle of nowhere expecting to find a crater the size of a country, but instead found nothing except total devastation. The trees formed a massive butterfly-shaped blast zone, all knocked outward from a central point that, again, had no crater, just a patch of scorched ground. Kulik thought that maybe this was a meteor that had exploded above the ground, but even then you'd expect to find debris, bits of metal, fragments of rock, something instead of nothing, but there were 0 confirmed meteorite fragments. And when Kulik examined the blast center, he noted that some of the trees had been blown upright and were charred, as if scorched by a downwards beam rather than a sideways blast.
All right. Are you getting into like an alien thing now?
Well, Jordan, the theory is coming up,
Okay.
and it's 1/3 aliens. I'll give you that.
Okay.
And by that I mean it possibly could have been them or something, but I'll get there, okay?
All right.
But Jordan, all of what I've said up until now isn't the weird bit. Because now we get to Valery Uvarov, and this is where the weird properly takes hold. Because according to Uvarov, a Russian ufologist and researcher, Tunguska wasn't a meteor at all. In his theory, whatever this was something that was shot down. Not by aliens, not by the military, but by an ancient Earth defense system hidden deep in Siberia.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to stay with me here because he's got a whole blueprint for this thing.
Wow. Why does he have it?
Because it's his theory. I'll tell you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, fine.
Uvarov claims that scattered across the remote Siberian region known as the Valley of Death, which is a place already legendary for strange metal cauldrons half buried in the permafrost, he says there exists a network of technological installations built by an unknown civilization thousands of years ago by humans, but not in a modern sense, something much older. And these installations, according to him, are programmed to protect Earth from cosmic threats. They don't fire lasers or missiles, they generate plasma spheres, glowing orbs, almost like energetic drones that raise out of the ground, lock onto the target, and detonate near it or ram into it with catastrophic force.
Right. Okay. So as something's entering the Earth's atmosphere, it eliminates the threat.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
I think whoever built this saw what happened to their dinosaur pals and was like, never again.
Maybe you answer this, but where is this said defensive weapon fired from?
The cauldrons that sit in the Siberian taiga.
Okay. Huh.
So there are these weird cauldrons which sit buried in this land where no one lives.
Right.
And no one knows what they're there for, bro. They're just like, oh, they're weird things.
Still to this day?
I believe so. Because, they're still protecting Earth.
Okay. Interesting.
But Jordan, on the morning of June 30th, 1908, one of these plasma orbs supposedly intercepted an incoming object and blew it apart before it could strike the ground, which explains the airburst, the heat, the absence of an impact crater, and, in his view, the strange vertical scorch marks on the trees. But not only that, Uvarov says that this isn't the only time it's happened. He links other mid-air explosions, like the 1984 Chulum explosion, which was another mysterious Siberian airburst with no impact crater, and the 2002 Vitim event, where a blazing fireball detonated over eastern Russia and again flattened forests, all to the same defense system activating and saving us from imminent doom. So yes, as far as 2002, it seems that these things are still there. And we could have died thrice if it wasn't for these ancient Earth defense systems.
Right.
I mean, anyone you want to say thanks to there, Jordan?
Well, yeah, thank you for anyone that created that and is helping to protect ourselves and our planet. But...
Oh, sorry, I'm just getting a phone call. Yeah, it's the people that create them things. They said they don't want your thanks. Get stuffed. Oh, that was a bit rude.
Okay, well, I had my fingers crossed anyway, so... Go fuck yourself.
But they're still on the phone. They heard that. They're sad.
I didn't really have my fingers crossed.
They said, right, defend yourself, bitch.
I have a question about that.
Hit me.
What happens if the threat is from the other side of the planet? And not imminently facing Siberia?
You know what? That is a very good question. But it does seem that every event that they have stopped thus far has come in over Russia or Siberia. So, I don't know, maybe it's a deal they've got, with space. They're like, right, space, if you want to try and kill the humans, you just send it over Siberia and we'll defend it. And they're like, all right, bet.
Okay. Yeah, makes no sense, but okay.
Space is like, I'm just going to keep sending bigger and bigger meteors and things, and one day we'll get them. And they're like, yeah, keep trying.
Okay, I'm going to suspend my disbelief while you continue.
That's a good choice. So he describes the Siberian installations as half-buried metallic structures known by the local as cauldrons that radiate heat even in winter, and hunters in the area say that vegetation around them dies off, and it's these cauldrons that are the access points or energy nodes of this ancient technology. So maybe they do exist elsewhere, we just haven't found them yet.
Oh, I see.
Maybe they haven't been needed to be called upon.
To be cauldron upon.
Oh, good one.
Thank you.
So forget all that shit I said about making deals with space and stuff, because that was just stupid. Really, I'll say anything to get you on my side.
Yeah, fine.
So Uvarov says that Soviet-era expeditions went missing while trying to study these cauldrons, and that locals who camped too close to the structures fell ill afterwards. So it seems like there's some radiation going on.
Yeah. You all right?
Some radiation going on.
Been camping in Siberia?
Yeah, I went camping last night. Found this giant cauldron to sleep in. I've lost all my hair.
It's all right. It's good luck on you.
The beard's gone, which reveals all of my chins, which is not cool. I'm going to have to live with it.
But now you've got somewhere you can put your pens.
It looks like there's a fucking hedgehog sticking out of my neck. I own a lot of pens.
Most people would put them together, not...
No.
Think them out in all angles.
Yeah. It's the best way to do it, Then I need a red pen. Easy to find. I need to get them all out, separate them.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, very good.
Just do me one favour. When I die, bury me with my pens.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll do that, but I'll put all the caps on the wrong ends.
Oh, you bastard. Even in death. Just find a way to irritate me. I want to haunt the fuck out of you.
Okay, that's fine.
Cool. So, Jordan, in his view, the Tunguska explosion wasn't a random cosmic accident. It was a controlled interception. Earth defending itself using systems left behind by, well, really you can take your pick. An ancient civilization, an earlier cycle of humanity, non-human intelligences that engineered something and buggered off, leaving Siberia on permanent red alert. So there's your 1/3 aliens. And honestly, whether you believe him or not, it actually ties a weird bow on a whole pile of strange evidence that mainstream science hasn't fully accounted for. Because if something did blast the object mid-air, that would explain the radial blast pattern without a crater, it would explain the lack of debris, it would explain why the explosion seems to come from above and not below. And I, for one, would like to thank whoever installed these defense blasters, because without them, we'd have ended up like the dinosaurs, and I wouldn't be here right now telling you this story. But Jordan, saying all that, is it proven? No. But is it exactly the kind of theory that pops up and draws me in? Yeah. And I just want to know, what do you think?
I have never heard of this story before at all, and I feel like I can't believe that I haven't.
That is exactly why I want to tell you about it, because I knew you'd be like, Iain, stop bringing me these shitty stories. And it's revenge, really. It's pre-revenge for you burying me with my pens backwards.
Also, I'd have dried out the ink.
Yeah, I know, yeah. So I can't even write my ghostly notes to you. What a pain.
Very strange. There's just things about it that I'm not sure about. The whole not investigating it for 20 years is a weird one.
But true, that did happen.
Yeah.
That's the thing about this, right? There are a lot of events in it that definitely did happen. I'm not saying, oh, this is theorized or this is paranormal.
Yeah.
It's like the explosion did happen. The site was left how I described. It wasn't investigated for 20 years.
Yeah, that is a strange thing to have occurred, for there to be such a devastating impact, but no impact.
Exactly, yeah.
At all. That is weird. But for things not to be investigated for 20 years is odd.
I think that was just the country just be like, we've got bigger things to worry about at the moment.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that must be some really, really massive things.
Did you not hear the things I mentioned? Plague, pre-revolution.
Oh, I see. Okay. But you'd think the potential impending doom of a huge blast that devastates everything in a, 40-mile radius? That's massive.
Well, you're there. The blast was felt 40 miles away, yeah.
So, I get it. Plague's not great and all that other stuff, but that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
To think, you know what, it, we'll leave it for a couple of decades. Be right.
I think the SARS, though, were kind of on their way out. People didn't like them, and I don't think they really had the pull at the time to be like, oh, there's a big explosion, should we go and investigate? Because people are like, you.
Well, they'd have been wrong.
Preaching to the choir, buddy.
Anyway, yeah. Fascinating, though. I'm not really sure what I make of that at all, because the actual incident itself is weird, and that is really strange. And the fact that there was no debris or really any other kind of evidence other than something happened.
Yeah. I remember hearing about this when I was a child. Not the Earth defense aspect, but the explosion itself, and just thinking, fucking hell, imagine having daylight for a couple of weeks after this mental explosion in Russia, and you just sat out at 1 a.m. just reading the paper.
Yeah.
In England.
That would be enough to mess with your circadian rhythm, though, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah. It was, ironically, a dark time for humanity.
Maybe that's why that guy wanted his iced coffee. Just needed to keep awake. Been up all night.
Possibly. After thinking his face was on fire.
No, it was his shirt. Weird. Yeah, fascinating. I enjoyed it, though. That was a long one, but that was a fun one.
Yeah, that's exactly why I thought it would be good to bring it to you, Jordan, today.
Thank you for doing so. I very much enjoyed it.
Not a problem, pal. Now, I need to hear some Vinted weird exchanges.
That's lucky, pal, because I got you covered.
Oh, fucking sweet, pal.
So, yeah, this is about Vinted. It's the selling platform. It has over 75 million people using it, which is huge. It's there for scoring great deals or earning a bit of extra money for unwanted items laying around your house. Mm-hmm. It's basically digital thrifting. But beneath of that lies a kind of different reality, and it's a little bit unpredictable. The real intrigue of it unfolds in private messages, and occasionally these things surface as screenshots, and that's what I have for you today.
Nice.
It's a collection of what I think is some really surreal moments and interactions on Vinted.
Are you, by any chance, because there's one that I know of, are you going to talk about that person that received an item of clothing in a shit-covered nappy bag?
Yes, yes, that is in there. Yeah.
Yes.
That was one of the real viral ones that went around.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's terrible. But Ian, as I say, I am going to really need your help, because a lot of these are interactions. I know you've spoken at length just now, but if you don't mind, I'd love to sort of role play these interactions with you.
Buddy, I would love nothing more than to be able to help you to do your segment, but I've lost my phone.
That's all right. You've got your MacBook in front of you. I'll send it there.
No, that's run out of internet. Sorry. Yeah, I used my last bit of internet this morning, so...
Oh, it's all right then. I'll just read it to you. You just say it back word by word.
It takes so much long. Okay, right, I found my phone. Okay.
Oh, good. That's lucky.
Yeah, weird that, innit?
So I'll start off with one that isn't an interaction as such. It's quite bad, really. Someone sends a private message to a woman who's selling an item of clothing that she has modelled as part of the description.
Okay.
The comment says, "Hey, I'm really struggling right now for money, and as you're fat, you're probably not struggling because you can afford so much food to wear an XXL. So I'd appreciate if you could send it over to me for free. I have no heating. I'm sure it would be warm. Kind regards."
What's the... No. I'm lost for words.
Like, someone's going to go, "Oh, they've really insulted me. Oh, you can have it for free."
Yeah, absolutely. You're the only person that said it to me like it is. Here, I'll send you this. Thanks for the advice. I would also get
It's bad.
I'll warm you up.
Oh, awful. To think that these people exist in the world is bonkers.
I know.
The audacity.
Disgusting.
Okay, so I've just sent you a screenshot, Ian.
Yep.
This was an item that was up for £80. It doesn't quite say what the item is. Would you like to... Would you like to be the seller and I will be the annoying potential buyer?
Okay, yeah.
So it's up for £80. I will send you an offer of $54.72.
I have declined that. That is ridiculous. It's up for £80.
I beg you, please.
Come on, mate. That's almost half price. No. £80.
I hope you slit your neck.
Oh, thanks, hun. Heart emoji.
You do it for 60.
No.
You're a whore. You reported me?
Correction there, you're.
For the misspelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty dark selling platform.
Yeah, so this person wishes death upon them and then comes back again.
Yeah.
It's like they've got angry and they're like, right, that's it. I hope you die. Walk away. They're like, nah, actually, I do really want that turtleneck. Yeah, come back. We do it for 60, pal. But no.
Yeah.
Right, that's it.
I hope you die, but not before you send it, please. Will you take 60?
Well, now we're talking business.
I've sent you another one.
I have received it.
Cool, okay. Hey!
Hi.
Let's be honest, I'm not interested in any album or anything like that, but when I saw you, sheesh, with like a sweating emoji,
Yeah, woo.
I said, I have to know her. This was on the 29th, but then on the 1st, the next month, they say, it's always that beautiful female that ignore other male.
And then I get on my tappity-tap phone and I reply, shut the fuck up. I'm here trying to sell my products. It ain't a fucking dating app, loser.
Which is totally a fair response.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. I mean, no response would have been absolutely fair.
Yes,
You know,
true.
Just block. But that is like, that's a little icing on the cake.
Yeah. I honestly, I think the audacity is the phrase. It makes me realise, I've personally never used Vinted. My wife does. Quite frequently. Not that I don't believe she's had anything like this happen to her.
I was going to say, which of these screenshots are hers?
They're all hers.
She's the one on the left.
Another one for you. Would you give it me for £1?
Use the make offer button and find out.
Well, Vinted doesn't allow me to offer less than 60% of the listing price, so you'd have to do it from your end.
Oh, weird. Why does it do that?
I think so you don't have to deal with time wasters.
Oh, I see.
And then they put a £6 item for £30,000 and then put the
A little Dr. Evil emoji.
yeah, and then also set themselves to being on holiday. So they can't sell anywhere.
Nice.
Yeah, jacks the price up and goes on holiday.
Yeah. I wonder if they sold it. I wonder if somebody saw that price.
Well, that's the thing. Even if they sold it, they're listed as on holiday, so they wouldn't receive it for a long time.
I'm just wondering if somebody saw that price and was like, this must be rare.
Yeah, I don't even know what it is, but I'd love to know. I mean, originally it was £6, so
Can't be anything
I dare
special.
say it's not going to be that much.
Yeah.
I mean, now it's 30,000. I've sent you another one. This is a series of screenshots. Some silver-heeled shoes up for £10. The person offers £6, and they say, please, I need these for a wedding. You'd be saving my ass, hun.
Could we possibly meet in the middle and do 8?
Please, can we stay at 6? £8 is getting a bit steep.
I don't think I'll do 6. I'm sorry, hun.
Thanks for nothing, having the cheek to call me hun after that. Sod off.
Lol, what? Get a bloody job if you can't afford what I'm asking.
Excuse me, hun. Who do you think you are telling me to have a job? I have fucking money. What's your tone with me, lass?
Then why are you saying 8 is too pricey, bloody hell? Trying to rip me off. We live in an economy here, love.
Don't need reminding of it, thanks. I can't justify dropping £8 on a pair of tarty shoes. Stop calling me love. I have a husband and it's not you.
In inverted commas, tarty shoes when you wanted them. Get a grip. Skull emoji.
For a wedding as well.
I know, yeah. And they already have a husband.
That's such a good point. I never clocked. Wow. This is how you treat all your customers. Then vile attitude. Don't even want your shoes anymore. Can go in the bin, cheeky thing.
Cheeky thing.
It's like sassy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Words escape me that this is a thing.
Yeah. It's like people just don't get their own way and they get stroppy over it.
Yeah, it's it's bonkers. But I appreciate your input because this would have been much, much harder on my own.
Hey man, I'm here for you.
Thank you, I appreciate that. This one is also a 2 screenshotter for you.
Okie dokie.
So this is a tiger print dress for £9.50.
Mute.
And they say, why haven't you sent it? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
So sorry, lovely. I'm pregnant and I'm due in 2 days' time. I've had 1,000,001 things to do, and on top of that, my boyfriend has left me. So on my own now, I'll try ship it tonight if I can.
That's not an excuse. Question mark, question mark, question mark. If you're trying to get sympathy, I couldn't care less. Just send it.
Fucking hell.
And then 2 days later, have you sent it? And then another day later, hello.
So sorry, sweetie. I was in labour and only just got out. Beautiful baby girl. We'll get my mum to send today.
I don't need your life story. Refund me, you.
Fucking hell. Vinted states 5 days, and it's 5 days today. I'm shipping it today.
No, you being an incompetent fucking bitch. Could have got someone else to ship it out. I needed it for a party. Now it won't arrive. Says a lot about you that you've got a kid with a man who left you.
Oh, wow.
Then they got reported.
Yeah, Vinted support team is reviewing this issue.
That is just absolutely mental.
That is insane.
Not only was this woman really polite to her as well.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
From start to finish.
I mean, the seller, obviously. You, in this case.
Yeah, not the other one, yeah.
Not fucking lady.
God, if that's what you deemed as polite. I mean, she only called her a c***.
Oh, yeah, really terrible. It was absolutely eye-opening when I was compiling all of these.
I think it's only giving you reason to never download Vinted and maybe ask your wife to stop.
Maybe.
For her own sanity.
This is another All Saints women's T-shirt for £30.
Nice. And I start this one.
You do?
Hey, weird question, but do you know someone called...
Yeah, I do, babe. Why?
Was this photo taken in his room? Lol.
Yeah, it was, because I left my stuff at his. Why do you ask? Do you know him?
Yes, I know him. He's my boyfriend. Why was you even at his house?
Oh my God, I'm so sorry, babe. I didn't realise. And then, are you interested in the top, XX?
No, I'm not f***ing interested in the top.
What a way to get caught out, though.
Yeah.
That is bad. I'll give you a little break now, Ian, just for a moment.
Ooh, I'm off to sleep then.
No.
All right, fine.
So this next one I wasn't going to include, but it did make me laugh, so I thought, sod it, why not? And it's because it wasn't actually a conversation. Mm-hmm. It was when the word bag was auto-corrected in this lady's Vinted feedback.
Right.
And it reads... 5-star, lovely batch. Need to clean up, but that is to be expected after being 40 years old. Really happy thumbs up.
That could not have worked better in that sentence.
I'll send you another one. This is with someone essentially taking the piss, really. So the item for sale is for £5. I offer £3.
Declined.
£3 and a penny.
Declined.
Fine. £3 and 2 pennies.
Whoa. Declined. Are you actually being serious?
Yeah, it's my last offer. What a fucking idiot.
I like the way they're like, fine, as if they're going to like up it like a bigger amount. Yeah. And then it's still just a penny.
This is another one that I'll send to you. Hi, would this fit my sister? She's really skinny and she said she needs something that stretches out for her bum and tight on her waist.
Hello, I would assume so because it's pretty skin tight. Here's a link to the dress in case it helps you decide.
Not clicking on that.
Lol, okay, you can look it up on the Opoly website yourself then. It's called Jolly.
I don't trust it. Could you send me some more photos of you wearing it?
I'm sorry, but the photos I have posted are the only ones I have.
Oh no. Could you take more? I need to compare. And then a little while later, did you mean to not reply?
Honestly, that's a lot of work. Lol. There are some photos that people have posted on the website under reviews in case that helps.
Lol. I just need pictures from all angles, pretty please.
Yeah, you're blocked.
Okay, and then penultimate one for you. Yeah, this is the one that you mentioned.
Right.
But in case anybody isn't familiar, this is bonkers.
Oh, Lord. Oh, there's pictures and everything.
There is. So this is a black ASOS crop top for £3. The receiver says, the top has arrived in a used nappy. It's absolutely covered in shit. This is disgusting. What are you playing at? It absolutely stinks. I'm wretched. I've had to throw the top out. It's absolute covered in shit. Do you think it's acceptable to send items like this? I've used Vinted for 4 years and never once had a problem whatsoever.
I sent it in a clean nappy and nappy bag to recycle and repurpose it. It's not a used nappy. It would have been clean. I've just sent it in that to protect the top. It's the only thing it had as you wanted it posted ASAP. Could you send photos? I'm sorry, it's just very hard to believe.
There you go. Enough photo evidence, along with an indeed a soiled nappy.
I seriously thought it was clean. I didn't even check. It was 7 a.m. I was packing it in the dark. His husband was asleep and I didn't want to wake him. I would never send it like that knowingly. My husband must have put the used one back in the nappy package. We do that so we know when it's time to stock up. I am so sorry. Is there any way you could clean it or wash it maybe or soak it?
You're joking, right? I spent £3 on this. I don't expect to even have to wash it when it's covered in shit.
Again, sorry about that, but it's an accident. I'll happily pay for it to be dry cleaned.
There's absolutely no way on earth I'm going anywhere near that top. It's in the bin. Refund me now.
Okay, that's all right.
Can you refund me then? I'll open a case with Vinted, else. Hello? Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That is pretty bad. But I mean, like, the person that sent it seemed very sincere.
Oh, yeah. And obviously was offering a refund.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough.
But then apparently just ghosted them. But I mean, for the sake of £3, if that happened to you, would you just not write it off as a bad job and maybe, I don't know, go to a clothes shop in town?
Yeah, maybe. And maybe as the seller, I would make sure to double check my nappies at 7 a.m.
Yeah, but I mean, I have had 2 young children and I know what it's like. You know, when you've had no sleep, you wake up at stupid o'clock, you need to change the nappy, get breakfast ready, get dressed for work, all that sort of shit. And you just think, right, this is my general structure. I'll just put this in here because that's how we know we need a new one. And then things get mixed up and, you know, you're tired, you're fucking beyond it. Accidents happen.
Yeah, I get that, but would it not absolutely stink? You know, you're wrapping up that T-shirt, you think, oh, it's a bit pongy. Thought I washed this.
I mean, maybe you've just changed the nappy or something and, you know, the smell is in the air. I don't know.
I mean, it'd have been just as good, wouldn't it, to have used that T-shirt for the baby's nappy itself?
Yep.
And just sent it. Oh, awful. Anyway, final one for you.
Got it.
This is the real epitome, I think, of just what some people on Vinted are like. It says, "Hi, are these worn?
Nope, they've never been worn.
Can they be before it's sent?"
No.
Oh, crikey. Yeah, there you go. So that is some unhinged Vinted negotiations.
Very nice. All horrible insight to humanity's mentality.
Absolutely, yeah. There's some legit ones in there, though, like the baby nappy incident. Yeah,
Yep.
That is fair enough to react that way, I think. But there's some absolutely awful scenarios that you should never, ever speak to anyone like that.
Absolutely, yeah. Just be kind and courteous, people.
Definitely.
Or if you don't, I'll give you a bunch of 5s.
Yeah.
Would you take 3? No.
£3 and a penny.
Declined. Blocked.
Reported.
Smash it, Jordan. Well, thank you very much for bringing us that. It's always interesting to hear the side of social media that you don't generally get to see.
Yeah, it's eye-opening.
Oh, 100%. But with that, me old Polly Bob, does that about bring us round to the end of today's episode?
I think it does.
Nice one. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Two Guys What's Up. Don't forget to follow the show wherever you listen to us so you don't miss another episode. And maybe even tell a friend. Take your friend to Siberia and just let them stand in one area, just observing. And bring them McDonald's every so often so they don't get lonely. And if they ever see a Siberian explosion happen in person, they can tell us if these Earth defences exist. And just to save them from being bored, give them some AirPods, play Two Guys What's Up.
Can't promise that is what will cure it, but good. And if you'd like to get in touch with us, our Linktree link is in the bio of this episode, which you can click on and find all the information you need along with our Two Guys What's Up hotline number. Mm-hmm. Which is
11 digits arranged into one signal, which will get you in touch with us.
Beautiful.
And don't forget to check out the Patreon if you want to help support the show, which does exist. You know, I had a little bit of brain fog when we talked about it earlier, but it is there, and there is some cool stuff on there, and you'll help support the show and get some cool stuff while you do it.
Oh, yeah. But if you can't do that and you'd still like to help us out, then a 5-star rating and a review in your podcast app of choice would be the best and the freest way to do that for us, and we would be amazingly grateful.
Oh, yes, we would.
But on that note, thank you very much for listening. Have an amazing rest of your week, and we will, of course, see you back here next time on Monday.
Bye.
Dirty nappies.
And barometers detected pressure waves passing multiple times around the planet as the shockwave circled the Earth. You're going to have to not laugh at me.
It was the same issue like 5 times.
Well, what happened there was I read barometers, but then I was like, is that the right word? So I reread it, and then I was like, right, well, I better re-say it. But then I said bometers or something.
I think it was more like the attempt to, with the constant sigh after, like, barometer. Which is great. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I guess you're going to have to give me a or so, you know, to put in.
Okay.
I'm sorry that's so shocking to you, Jordan.
No, I'll do it again. No, don't worry. Shockwave circled the Earth. Wow.
Nice. Grade A acting.
Thanks.